Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on Patreon. Welcome, I'm glad, it's good to see you, but I got a question for you. Have you ever wanted to make a really nice meal for somebody's special day? Their special day being their wedding day or their anniversary. Now, today is the 55th wedding anniversary of my mother and father-in-law, and they are an amazing couple. And you know what? I want to prepare a really, really nice meal for them, and that's exactly what I'm going to do because they deserve it. 55 years they've been together. My own parents have been together 52 years. I've been married 21 years myself. So you know what? Grab your knives, grab your notebooks, and get ready for some knowledge because class is about to begin. Let's get cooking. Hey watchers, welcome to Watch Me Cook the Class. I am Chef Tom. As you can see, we're on the road here, and I'm here with my wonderful wife Nora, who is the star, and you guys know, you'll recognize her face from Nora and Henny's Cupcake Adventure, which is an amazing show. We're on the road. We're actually heading to the store. Today is the 55th wedding anniversary of Nora's parents, who are wonderful. They're great people. They've been married 55 years. I don't know how people can put up with each other that long, but I think it's great. But
we put up with each other for 21 so far.
Yes, we have, and that is a wonderful thing. So, we have decided we're going to make a meal that's going to commemorate Nora's mom and dad. Nora's mother, Rosa Maria, or Rosemary, wonderful, wonderful lady. And Nora's dad, one of his signature things he loves to make is potato salad. Well, we have decided to make a rosemary crusted pot roast, and we're going to serve it with a German style potato salad. And the potato salad, that's got eggs and stuff in it. It's not going to be that good with a pot roast. A German style potato salad is vinaigrette based. The potatoes are hot. There's a lot of bacon in it, and you serve it warm. So it'll be excellent with this pot roast. So you know what? We're heading to the store, and the first thing's always first. We're going to get our mise en place together. And we're going to get ready to make this dinner a reality. Okay guys, we just left the store. We got our supplies. Just bought a couple little extra things for the house, but our meal was pretty affordable. We're going to use a piece of top round because it's a really cheap cut of meat, and it's going to make a really, really tasty pot roast. Now, my mother-in-law wanted chuck roast, but you know what? Guess what? Trying to save a little money here. Meat prices are through the roof, you know what I mean? So we're going to use what we have, and so we're still going to make an awesome, awesome meal. All right, we're back from the store. Everything's here. We've got our meat. We got our vegetables. We got our potatoes for the potato salad. We've got all of our mise en place here. And in case you don't know what mise en place is, it means to have everything in place before you start cooking. So you know what? As I always say, first things first, let's get our mise. Let's go to work. Step number one, I'm going to peel my onions and I'm going to cut them into a large dice. As you can see, I'm cutting my onion in half. Now I'm going to peel the skins off and I'm going to cut them into big, large chunks because a stew should be chunky.
It shouldn't be little tiny dice, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Check it out. Step number 2, I'm just going to wash my carrots. I've already washed them. I'm just going to cut them. I'm not even going to peel them. They don't need to be peeled. They're going to hold together really, really well inside that stew. And you know what? I'm just going to cook the hell out of them, and I'm going to make them great. They're going to taste awesome. My carrots are ready. On to the next.
Alright, the onions and the carrots are chopped, and usually in a professional kitchen, we would actually time when we put this stuff in to make sure they're cooked properly. But you know what? I'm going to quote one of my favorite chefs and say, is an overcooked carrot and an overcooked onion in a rich, meaty sauce ever a bad thing? Of course not. So you know what? Let's get to it.
Here I'm just going to break down my bulb of garlic. I'm not even going to bother to peel it. I've got my rosemary sprigs and I am ready to go.
Alright, the garlic and the rosemary are ready, and to cut the mushrooms, I'm going to call on the assistance of my beautiful wife Nora to handle this one. Let's get to it.
Next step, my beautiful wife is taking these cremini mushrooms. She's going to cut them in half, and then she's going to cut them again and quarter them to make nice big chunks for the stew. It's going to be great.
Alright, the vegetables are done. They're ready to go. They're ready for the pot roast. Now it's time to prep the meat.
First, I'm going to take the meat out of the bag and get rid of that excess blood. Now I'm going to stab some holes in the meat, make sure it's seasoned, and then I'm going to stuff it with rosemary and garlic, and it's going to taste delicious.
Alright, the meat's done, it's prepped, it's been stuffed with rosemary and garlic, it's been seared. Now it's time to sear this meat, it's time to get this pot roast going. It's going to take a while to cook, and time is of the essence. Let's get to it.
Step number 1, of course, I'm going to put this big piece of meat into a smoking hot pan. Listen to that sizzle. That's exactly what you want when you are searing a roast. I'm going to rotate this roast on all sides to get that nice caramelization and that nice Maillard reaction. We're going to keep rotating until all the sides are cooked, and when all the sides are seared, we're going to take this out and start building what we need to build,
Right,
our
the meat
braised
is seared, it's got that beautiful Maillard reaction, it's got that beautiful caramelized crust. We got it out of the pot, and now it's time to build our braising liquid so we can get this pot roast going.
First step I'm going to do is I'm going to add my onions and my carrots in there and start sweating them up. Get some color on them. I know they're going to take a while to cook. Then I'm going to add my mushrooms in there and start getting those cooked up as well. Looks great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to have a lot of flavor. Get those flavors extracted. Next, I'm going to be adding some seasoning, some salt and pepper to make sure all my food is seasoned. Seasoned. Then I'm going to add a couple of cloves of garlic at the end. Not even going to bother to peel them because we're just going to take them out. Next, I'm going to add 1 whole can of tomato paste in there and start working it out there. And I've got to cook out that tomato paste flavor to make sure it doesn't have that tin flavor to it. Next, I'm going to add my beef stock and I'm going to cover the whole thing. We're going to whisk it out to get rid of the lumps of tomato paste in there. And after I'm done with that, we're going to take our big chunks of meat, and I decided to cut my roast in half. So I got 2 pieces in there. Now I'm going to put them into the pot, and we're going to get them going and make sure. And last but not least, add a little bit of rosemary for some flavor.
The meat's
Let's cook.
braising, the pot roast is going. Now it's time to work on this beautiful German potato salad. Now, if you don't know about a German potato salad is served warm with a warm dressing. And for this one, I'm going to call on my wife Nora to assist me to get this one prepped. Let's go.
So my lovely assistant is cutting all the baby red potatoes in half and getting them ready to go. When all the baby red potatoes are done, we're going to place them all into a bowl and we're going to season them with salt and pepper. Nothing too fancy, nothing too over the top. We want the potatoes to taste like potatoes. And when they're done, we're going to place them in a 375-degree oven and let them roast for about 45 minutes to an hour. It should turn out awesome. While they're roasting, let's work on this prep for this potato salad. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice 2 whole shallots. Shallots are like onions, but they have a milder flavor. So I'm going to cut these shallots, I'm going to cut them, I'm going to peel them. They're going to be amazing. And and we're gonna get them done. After I'm done with the shallots, we're gonna cut 2 whole strips of thick cut bacon because we're gonna render that off with the dressing. Once that's done, we're gonna take that bacon, we're gonna put it in a hot pan, we're gonna let all that fat render off. After that, we're gonna add the shallots in there, and we're gonna get them nice and translucent and start letting them cook down. After they've cooked down, we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of stone ground mustard, and we're gonna bring it all together. Now remember, this dressing is supposed to be warm, so we're gonna keep it warm. So I want that bacon to get crispy, those shallots to render down, and I want it to be really, really nice. And from what I can see right now, it's looking like it's supposed to. After we're done with this, we're gonna place all of the stuff from this pot, all this dressing into a bowl. Looks kind of chunky right now, but we're also gonna check the potatoes. Looks like they're done, and we're gonna add them to the bowl. Looks like this German potato salad is finished.
This German potato salad is done. It's time to check on our pot roast. All right, I just checked the pot roast. It's nice and tender, but not too tender that it's falling apart. We're gonna get some nice slices. Pot roast is done. Potato salad is done. This beautiful meal is coming together. So guess what? Now it's time to plate.
First, I'm gonna lay out my German potato salad into the bowl. Next, I'm gonna add 2 thin slices of pot roast to the bowl. And then I'm gonna top it off with my perfectly cooked vegetables, or overcooked vegetables, but they're meaty and they're delicious. And then I'm gonna top it off with that finished sauce from the pot roast. It's gonna look absolutely delicious right on top of there. Looks great. And of course, I cannot forget to garnish. And I'm gonna garnish this simply with some chopped parsley, and it's done. It looks beautiful. I hope my in-laws love it. Bon appetit.
All right, guys, pot roast is done. German potato salad is done. This has been a really, really great meal. My mother and father-in-law absolutely loved it. It was a celebration of 55 years of marriage. It was great. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed everything that we did today. The recipe's right at the front of the video. This is available exclusive to you here on Patreon. And our meal is done. Everybody's eaten. Everybody's happy. The only thing I have to say right now is class dismissed. See you next time.